John, hello there. The weather charts aren't showing anything too unsettled for the week ahead. The main themes, well, temperatures for much of the time a little bit above the average. There will be frost now and again, but only slight frost. It'll often be quite breezy, but a brisk wind coming in from the northwest won't bring very much in the way of rain. Many places having a relatively dry week. Now, I don't normally do this, but I'm going to take you right through the week with this sequence, first of all, just to set things up. And you can see how high pressure really dominates the scene right the way through. It does allow one or two weather systems to run in, but coming in from the Atlantic, just toppling around the top of the high, so never coming in from a particularly cold direction. We never get that feed of winds coming in all the way from the Arctic. It's always there, the start of its life over the western Atlantic, and came to our shores via that route, so never particularly cold. And still very mild, in fact, today across northern parts of the UK, with temperatures in double figures. The first of that weather front, though, just bringing some rain in across Scotland through this afternoon, but for most of England and Wales, well, it's going to stay dry. Still some of that problematic overnight fog lingering on even into this afternoon, particularly to the west of London. Some dense patches around. That'll tend to thicken up again quite quickly through this evening, I think, but outside of the fog, pleasant enough with some good sunny spells around, and with light winds, not feeling too bad out there. Temperatures around 8 or 9 degrees. Fine too across Wales right through to the end of the day. The odd patch of fog still through the Welsh marches, but across Northern Ireland we are going to find that rain just pushing in from the north as the afternoon wears on, so quite a damp end to the day, but still a fairly mild one. And then through tonight, well, that weather front's going to push on southwards, a touch of frost just ahead of it for a time, and the fog thickening up, but it'll clear again as the cloud comes in later in the night. By then, the clearer skies following on means we'll see a frost across northern England, Northern Ireland and Scotland, but a fairly slight frost, but maybe one or two icy patches, because we'll have had that dampness from the rain through the day. And then tomorrow, well, for most of us, beautiful day, bright, crisp sunshine, just taking a wee while for that cloud to clear away from southernmost areas, but with light winds, it's not actually going to feel too bad. Temperatures across the southern half of the UK about the same as we've seen over the weekend, a lot cooler for northern England and for Northern Ireland, but even so, as I say, it won't feel too bad because the winds should be generally quite light. Now, as we move through Monday night and into Tuesday morning, that's when the high pressure really settles in across the UK. So that means fairly lengthy clear spells overnight, light winds too. The next weather front just beginning to fringe in by the end of the night. But underneath the high itself, that's where we're going to see the clear skies and the lowest temperatures. So we will have a frost, but again, not particularly low temperatures, down to about 0 or -1. Could be some patchy fog as well. But it leads us into a bright start for Tuesday for most of England and Wales. That weather front that we saw coming in from the northwest, increasing the cloud across Scotland, Northern Ireland, Northern England. Temperatures, well, generally in single figures, but there's some milder air just beginning to come in across the northwest of Scotland around that weather front. That'll push out of the way. So now we're moving through Tuesday night and into Wednesday. Still that high holding firm out in the Atlantic. Next set of fronts trying to come in, but I think we'll be between two weather systems, so most places will have a dry day, if rather cloudy, just a few breaks in the cloud coming through maybe, and those temperatures are quite close to the average, one or two places managing to get into double figures, but we should be pretty well frost-free around then. Now Thursday, again, I think a little bit of patchy cloud around, probably some decent bright spells coming in as the day wears on. Temperatures still 6, 7, 8 degrees, that's about the average for this time of the year, but at the end of the week there are some signs that we'll see perhaps some more significant rain beginning to push in from the Atlantic, but again, it will arrive with some fairly mild Atlantic air, temperatures around 10 or 11 degrees. Don't forget, if you want